Welcome guys back to story time, and we were reading Ivy and Bean Take Care of the Babysitter, and we were gonna start chapter, it doesn't have numbers, but it's called Who's in Charge. I hope you guys are doing well. I went to the doctor. No, I didn't go to the doctor, sorry. He called me because he gave me a choice of going to the office or doing like a phone. I don't even know. They have a name for it now. I don't know. Anywho, we talked. He told me the results, which are not very good or promising, but I'm going to do my best to keep up with my health and be here for you guys and my children, my grandchildren, even if I'm far away, because I gotta do it. So quickly, just tell you, he said that I have diabetes type 2, which I don't need insulin. I am on medication. I am eating healthier than ever. I mean, I've always eaten healthy, but I love dessert. I'm not gonna lie, I love chocolate, and ice cream is my passion. I could eat it every day if I could, but not anymore. So I'm doing my best to keep sane and not think about sugar. And I'm having a flare-up, which, as you can see, it's on my face, all red. He said there's a possibility that I could have lupus or Sjögren's syndrome, or there's something else, but it's connective tissue disease, which I've had for almost I will say since almost 1990. I think it started. It's getting worse every time, but I do my best. That's all I can do, and that's all you can do. If you're sick or if you have a condition, do the best that you can. Keep positive, because it could be worse, and there's people out there that have it worse than usually than you have it. So I'm thankful that I know what I have. Oh, and my back is just messed up from the neck down. I'm probably not gonna ever have relief from my headaches because I have really bad osteoarthritis. My other disc that I have left in my back and my neck are bulging out. There's like spurs. It hits a nerve. That's why I'm in so much pain. So just wanted to give you a little bit of, this is why sometimes I can't do the video. Right now I have a really bad headache. My shoulders hurt, my back and everything, but it's nothing that I can't like deal with, because I've had it for so long. And I do everything. I clean, I cook, and sometimes I have to lay down and rest. So just, I don't want you to worry. I don't want to worry you about my health or anything like that, but I thought you might want an update, because I've been telling you that I was gonna go to see my doctor. So that's what happened. To me, it's no big deal. I mean, I already knew that this was coming. It was a matter of time. So what can you do? So if you can keep me in your prayers, I'll appreciate it. And let's get on with the story, because this is getting really good, and I really like Ivy and Bean. I'm enjoying it a lot. I hope you are too. All right, so enough chit chat. I don't know if I show you this picture. Look at it. She's upside down. Oh, all her blood's gonna go to her head. Woo! So this one is called Who's in Charge? Let's start reading. I am the one who should get $20, Bean said. It was about the fifth time she has said it. Putting up with you. Teaching you how to be a babysitter. God. Don't say God, Nancy said. She was reading a magazine. You're not in charge of me, Bean huffed. Actually, I am, Nancy said, but she didn't say it in a mean way. Bean had been trying to make Nancy mad ever since their parents left, but she hadn't been able to. Nancy was being mature. It was driving Bean bonkers. Bean rolled over and breathed into the rug. Look, she's, looks like she's praying. Oh my goodness, her face is on the rug. Oh jeez. Anywho, Bean rolled over and breathed into the rug. She might smother. If she smothered, her parents would feel really bad. Bean picked some rug fuzz out of her mouth. Oh, it was dirty. Oh my gosh. Smother is like when you can't breathe and you're like somebody like covering your nose and your mouth and you can't breathe. So that'll be like you're smothering somebody. Don't ever do that to anyone, not even as a joke, because you can hurt someone doing that, okay? You need to breathe in order to get oxygen to your brain and your body. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, because sometimes playing around, you know, you think it's funny, you're playing with your brother or your sister or your cousin or your neighbor. Look at my water. Woo! Really big. But don't ever smother anybody, okay? I just want to make that point very clear. Anywho, it's a story. You gotta remember, it's a story. Okay. She knew she wasn't going to smother. She also knew that Nancy wasn't going to tie her up and stuff her in the attic. Neither of those things was a problem. The problem was Nancy being her babysitter. That meant that Nancy was the grown-up, the one who got to decide everything. And it meant that Bean was a little, boring, poopy baby who didn't get to decide anything. Oh my goodness. Well, there's an older and a younger all the time. So whoever is born before, that's got to be the oldest, no matter what you do. Bean couldn't stand it anymore. She got up. She's running up the stairs or something. Look at her hair. Oh my gosh. It's so poofy. Where are you going? Asked Nancy, looking over her magazine. You're not supposed to go out. What is this, jail? Huffed Bean. I'm not a criminal, you know. I can go in the front yard. If you do, I'll tell. And you'll get grounded for a week, said Nancy calmly. Bean pressed her hands against her cheek, rolled her eyes back in her head, and opened her mouth as wide as it would go. But Nancy wasn't even looking. Bean stomped up the stairs as loudly as she could. Nancy didn't say anything. Bean slammed the door to her room. She waited. Nothing. Stupid Nancy. Ay, why do they say stupid? I hate that word. She flung herself down on her bed. She was a prisoner in her own home, treated like a criminal by her own flesh and blood. By my own flesh and blood, muttered Bean. It sounded good. After a few minutes, she stopped being mad and started being bored. She looked around her room for something to do. She could knit, except that she liked the idea of knitting more than she liked knitting in real life. Me too, I don't know how to knit. Except that she liked it. Oh, okay, I already read that, sorry. Besides, her yarn was in a big knot. Oh, I hate that when that happened. She thought about painting, but her watercolors were all the way downstairs. Oh, lazy Susan, no. Lazy Bean. Oh. She could make a pot holder, but she already made about 30 of them, and the only colors left were brown and gray. Oh my goodness. Bean's grandmother loved everything she made, but Bean didn't think even her grandmother would want a brown and gray pot holder. Bean flopped into her basket chair. Ouch! She got up and looked out her window. She had never been so bored in her life. She squeezed all the way to the edge of the window and found out that she could see Sophie's W's yard. Look at all the stuff she was thinking about making and never made. The yarn, look at the yarn. Oh my gosh. I gave my yarn to my cats because my mother wanted me to crochet. I don't know how to crochet. I don't like crocheting. So the yarn went to the cats. So it's like that in a big knot. Everywhere in the house. Oh, there she goes. Look. So, The video stopped for some reason. Recording. I don't know what happened. I was showing you this picture. She's looking out the window. So, let me read it again because I read the whole 2 pages already. The mound of dirt was smaller than it had been in the beginning. There was a muddy water running down the driveway and into the street. Bean pressed her eyebrow against the glass. Sophie S. had the hose. She was shooting water straight into the sky. Ivy was off to one side, hunched over a pile of rocks. Bean frowned. Some friend. She should sense that Bean was in trouble. She should feel it in her bones. Ivy picked up the rock and splattered it down in the mud. Bean squinted and saw that Ivy's lips were moving. She was talking to herself. For some reason, that made Bean feel better. Ivy wasn't really having a great time with the other kids. Ivy was just playing by herself. In fact, Ivy was probably missing her right this minute. Oh my gosh, don't tell me she's gonna go out there. Look at that. Ooh. They're gonna get in so much trouble. What do you think? Oh my gosh. She's escaping. Look, she's trying to escape. But look, there's Nancy down there on the first floor. Bean tapped her fingers against the window, thinking Ivy would come to her rescue if she knew that Bean was in prison. Bean was sure of it. Somehow, Bean had to let Ivy know what was going on. Then Ivy could help her escape. Hey, wait a minute. Bean felt an idea landing in her brain like an airplane. An escape. She was in jail, but maybe she could escape. Oh, she had heard of prisoners digging tunnels under their jail cells. But she's not in jail. Too bad her room was upstairs. If she dug a tunnel, she'll fall right into the kitchen. Then she looked at the window. That would work. Bean pictured herself climbing out the window on a rope ladder. She pictured Ivy hiding in the bushes below. Oh, that was Ivy. I thought that was Nancy hiding in the bushes. Okay. Waiting to help Bean to freedom. A rope ladder. A daring escape. Cool. Yeah, look. I thought that was Nancy. How do I know, right? Oh, here she is. She's looking still out the window and there's a car. It's like a cul-de-sac or something. Yeah. There's another chapter called The Undershirt of Freedom. Let's see. Bean needed some rope and she needed something to tie it to. But the first thing she needed was Ivy. Bean looked out the window again. Ivy was dropping another rock into the mud. Splat! Her lips were still moving. How was Bean going to get her attention? If she screamed out the window, Nancy would hear. Some signals would be perfect. But Bean's mother always said that if Bean used matches, she would live to regret it. Then Bean remembered a movie she'd seen when she was little. In it, a bunch of raggedy people on an island had waved a flag printed with the letters SOS. Then an airplane had come to rescue them. Bean's mother explained that SOS stood for Save Our Souls. People write it on flags when they want to be saved. After a shipwreck, for example. Bean didn't see why they didn't write SM for Save Me, but she wrote SOS anyway. She wrote it on an old undershirt. Then she taped the undershirt to her flagpole. Okay, it was really a flagpole. It wasn't really a flagpole. It was a long silver pole with a hook end that opened the window in the bathroom ceiling. It was a much taller than Bean, and she wasn't supposed to play with it. Oh my gosh. But this is an emergency, Bean said to herself. Bean rattled the screen on her window until it fell off. Unfortunately, it fell on the window into the front yard. But there was nothing Bean could do about that. being extra careful not to smack the pole against the glass. Look what she did to her shirt. Oh my gosh. She wrote in like markers, SOS. Oh, she could do, let's see. Bean edged her flag over the windowsill. Her SOS undershirt fluttered in the breeze. You'd have to be blind not to notice it. Hey, there was Ivy walking along the sidewalk. She was going home. She was about to walk right in front of Bean's house. Bean could have called out, but she had gone to all that trouble making an SOS flag. She didn't want to waste it. She waved the flag gently back and forth. Ivy didn't notice. Ivy just walked along. Bean jerked the flag in and out. Bean jerked the flag in and out. Ivy didn't look up, so Bean threw the pole at her. Oh my God! She threw it at her. It landed with a terrible crash at Ivy's feet. Ivy squealed and jumped backwards. Then she looked up at the sky. Whoa, she said. Oh my gosh, what did she hit her on the head? And it has a hook. Oh, jeez. Troublemaker. She bent down to touch the pole. An alien! Oh, it's not an alien. It's an SOS, Bean said. Now Ivy saw her. Oh, hi. Did you throw that at me? Are you mad at me? I would think the same, right? Oh my gosh, she's hanging out of the window. Her hands are so long. No, I'm not mad. Don't you see the flag part? It's an SOS. See the letters? Ivy looked at the pole again. Cool. She came to stand under Bean's window. How come you need to be saved? Because of Nancy, Bean said. My mom and dad let her babysit me. Oh, sorry. I almost tripped with the lamp. Oh, because, Ivy looked shocked. She's not a babysitter. She's your sister. And she's getting $20 for it. Ivy looked even more shocked. That's totally not fair. That's what I said. But nobody ever listens to me. Talking to Ivy, Bean began to see just how unfair it really was. Super duper unfair. Did she lock you in your room? Ivy asked. Well, no, admitted Bean. But she won't let me go outside. I'm a prisoner in my own home. Do you want some food? Asked Ivy. You could pull it up in a basket. No, I don't want food. I want freedom, said Bean dramatically. I'm going to escape down a rope ladder. Neato, said Ivy. Can I help? Do you have any rope? Asked Bean. For sure, I'll go get some. Ivy rolled around, ready to run. Wait, Bean said. Listen, I'm going to have to sneak you in. Of course, her mother had said that Ivy could come over, but it was more fun to sneak. It seemed more like a real jail that way. So come around to the back door when you get the rope. Okay, I'll meow like a cat. That's how you'll know it's me. Ivy gave a little hop. Bean nodded. Okay, and then we'll have to find a way to get past Nancy. Ivy was already running toward her house. Oh my goodness. They're planning the big escape from the house, like if it was jail. They're not in jail. Chapter called Where Are You, Miss Peppy Pants? Oh, she's trying to escape. Get her, Nancy, get her. Bean was a spy. Pressing her back against the wall, she moved down the hall without making a sound. It was harder to be a spy on the stairs because the handrail poked her in the back. Still, she was pretty quiet. When she got to the bottom of the stairs, she edged silently toward the living room and peeked around the door. But Nancy wasn't there. Maybe the kitchen? She slithered toward the door. Empty. Where was Nancy? Bean got a little bit of funny feeling. What if Nancy was gone? Nancy? She said softly. There was no answer. Nancy? She said in a regular voice. Nothing. Nancy? I'm in here. Nancy was in the bathroom. Don't come in. Bean went down the hall and stood outside the bathroom door. What are you doing? She asked. Because she's sneaking in, trying to look in the bathroom. Oh my gosh, the lady needs some privacy. Anyhow, here we go. Nothing, none of your business. Don't come in. Nancy's voice was tight. She didn't sound like a camp counselor anymore. Are you going to throw up? Bean asked sympathetically. She knew what that was like. No, go away. Nancy clicked the lock on the door. What happened to Miss Peppy Pants? Wondered Bean. What was Nancy doing in there? Quietly, Bean pressed her ear to the door. She could hear water running, but she could also hear other sounds. Click, click, rattle. Bean, is that you? Nancy said from inside the bathroom. Bean didn't say anything. She was perfectly quiet. Oh, I think she's playing with makeup. Look at all the makeup. Maybe from her mom. Click, swish, spray. The sound of a glass bottle being put down. All of a sudden, Bean knew. This bathroom was where Bean's mom kept her makeup. Nancy was not supposed to mess around with her mother's makeup. Oh. Bean's mother had told Nancy about 1,000 times that she was too young to wear makeup. Nancy always said that everyone wore it. Then Bean's mom said that if everyone put their head in the fire, that still wouldn't make it a good idea. Then Nancy usually cried. They had this conversation a lot. Some babysitter. She was supposed to be keeping Bean safe and good, and instead she was in the bathroom being bad herself. Bean was just about to point this out when she heard a squeaky meow on the back porch. Ivy had arrived. Since Nancy was locked in the bathroom, she probably couldn't hear Ivy come in, but they sneaked away. Ivy took off her shoes, and they slid silently across the kitchen and through the hall. Without a word, they tiptoed upstairs into Bean's room, closing the door behind them. Well, said Bean, did you get the rope? They could have sneaked out through the front door. Oh my gosh, they're so silly. Sort of, said Ivy. She looked worried. It's not exactly rope. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a bundle of string. It was thick string, but it was definitely string. They both stared at it. And it was all I could find, Ivy said. I guess I could try it, said Bean. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill herself. But she knew she wouldn't. It was string. If she made a ladder out of it, it was snapping too. And she would plunge to the ground and break both her legs. Dang! A perfectly good idea down the drain. We could throw your mattress out at the window and then try to land on it. Oh my God. Ivy suggested. With me, said Bean gloomily. Gloomily? Gloomily. Gloomily. They were quiet for a minute. Where is Nancy anyway? Asked Ivy. She's in the bathroom, said Bean. She's putting on my mom's makeup. Bean flopped down on her bed and looked at the ceiling. She told me to go away. Look at the string. Oh my gosh, look what she brought. That's not gonna hold even a cat out the window. Oh my gosh. My babysitters aren't allowed to do that, said Ivy. They're supposed to play with me, even though I usually don't want them to. Oh, she's only doing it because my mom's not here, said Bean. My mom doesn't let her wear makeup. Gee, Nancy's pretty sneaky, said Ivy. Yeah, I bet she's planning it for 1,000,000 years. The second my mom leaves, boom, she's in the bathroom, rubbing eyeshadow all over her face. That's stupid. Eyeshadow's goony, said Ivy. Yeah, if I could do anything I wanted, I wouldn't be Domo eyeshadow, said Bean. Look, she's doing makeup for real. Oh my goodness. What would you do? Asked Ivy. Easy. I go in the attic. You have an attic? Asked Ivy. Yeah, but I've never been in it. My parents won't let me get up there, said Bean. They said it's not really an attic and there's nothing up there and it's too dangerous. There was a pause. Bean? What? Your parents aren't here. Bean sat up. She pictured the attic dark, unknown, secret. If they aren't there, they can't say no. Nancy did tell you to go away, added Ivy. The attic is definitely away, said Bean. Ivy smiled. She practically ordered us to go there. Come on. We're gonna stop here because I have to fix this video, see if I can put it all together, and it's already been like 25 minutes, this one and the other one. So on the next one, stay tuned, see if they go in the attic or not. And it's called The Door in the Ceiling. That's the next chapter we're gonna read. Next video. And we'll probably finish then, even though it's pretty thick. I'll try not to talk. Have fun, you guys. I know that you might be going crazy thinking, when can we get out of the house? I don't think about it. Just play and do normal things, and before you know it, it'll be over. All right, so I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Hugs, kisses, and more hugs. And I'll see you later on the next one. Be good. Be good. Okay?